To PC or not to PC? That's going to be the question here in 2020 and also during this quarantine time. And so first things first, I just want to say that I hope you and all your families are doing very well and staying safe in this quarantine time. Also, a reminder, I am a streamer on Twitch. You can find me at twitch.tv/just_Zach. Links in the description below. We would love to have you as the newest member of the Just League. Stop on in, say hi, ask questions, and enjoy the atmosphere and community that we have for you. So today, we're going to be talking about PC builds, and we're going to be parting them out on PCPartPicker.com in order to show you guys the prices at which you're sitting at, and also to explain what pieces I am choosing and why I am choosing to use those. Also, I'll be referencing certain YouTubers / streamers during the video. Links will be in the description below. So without further ado, let's head on into those PC builds, and hopefully we can find the right PC for you. All right, so let's jump in to the PC builds now. And I just want to let you know before we start any of this and remind you that the links will all be in the description below. Make sure you check them out. I will be labeling them the budget PC, the middle PC, and the pro PC, so you guys can know which one you're clicking on, and you can make your own swaps, changes, and otherwise whenever you click on the link. So before we get into anything, I want to let you guys know there is a caveat to everything that I'm about to say today. And that is that these prices might not match up to the prices that you guys see on the internet. So during quarantine, all of the prices have been increased on pretty much everything streaming and gaming wise or PC wise. So I can honestly say that this CPU that we're going to be going with in this build it says it's $155 on Amazon. When it wasn't quarantine, this same CPU was about $100, I think a little bit less actually. And so you could be saving anywhere between $50 and even $100 on some of these PC parts if you are a little patient. So if you don't need to build a PC right now, if you don't need it right now, I highly recommend that you wait and you get your PC parts after the quarantine, after everything's kind of settled down and the prices start to diminish a little bit more. That would be my recommendation to you. But if you can't wait, if you're like me and you're very impatient, you really want things now, let's get into these builds. So pretty much with all the builds that I'm going to be talking about today, I'm using AMD chipsets along with Nvidia's graphics cards as well, because they are great price to performance, but also because Nvidia has NVENC, which is an encoding software that they have to allow you to take stress off of your CPU and to kind of divert it towards your GPU to make sure that things aren't getting too hot or aren't going too crazy in your system. So chipset CPU, we're going with an AMD Ryzen 5 2600. This is a great 6-core processor that you can get about $155 or less, remember what I said before. And it comes with its own cooler, so no need to worry about buying an extra cooler. It comes with a stock cooler, and it's just a great chip. Multi-core processing, the reason why I'm going with AMD, the link will be in the description below on one of the streamers / YouTubers that I watch. His name is Harris Heller. He's a part of Alpha Gaming. Hopefully I'm allowed to say that. And he talks about why AMD is doing a lot better than Intel in the price to performance and also the gaming and streaming world. And it's because of their multi-core processing. Motherboard, we're going with the Gigabyte B450 Aorus Elite. So the B450 motherboards, if you know anything about PCs, they're very, very common and they're also very sought after. So again, the price could be a little bit different, but we're going with this. It has room to grow. You have room to upgrade anything on this build, and it'll still accept the higher tier and the newer Ryzen CPUs, the Ryzen chipsets. So this is a great motherboard to have in your build. Plenty of space for all the stuff that we have in here, and at a really good price, about $100. Could be cheaper though. Memory, we're going with the Geforce Vulcan, 16 gigabytes of memory. Again, you can go with 8 gigabytes of memory if you want to save on a little bit of money, but I personally would recommend 16 gigabytes of RAM for your PC build. Storage, we're not worrying about storage too much on this build. I want to tell you right now, you can feel free to add in some more storage. All you got to do is go to the link below, click edit this parts list, and then you'll see right here you get the ability to add additional storage. Feel free to add in your own hard drive, maybe an M.2 if you really want an M.2 to save on some cords. But as of right now, in this build, a 480 gigabyte solid state drive is the one that I went with. It's $60 and it's gonna store everything that you need to start off. The graphics card, like I said, Nvidia, we're going with their graphics cards. We want the GTX 1660 because this is the cheapest GPU that you can have that has their Turing software in it. So that's gonna help with NVENC or an encoding software that they have where it takes stress off that CPU. I already talked about it before. Great combination, Ryzen and Nvidia, they do a wonderful job, and this is a $200 graphics card. It's gonna help you reach 60 frames per second and on 1080p. So your streams are gonna be looking great. They're gonna be handling great, but maybe your graphics settings might have to be a little bit lower than your favorite streamer or gamer out there. So you might not be able to run, you know, at 4K or 2K or anything like that, but just know this is gonna be a great starting graphics card for you budget builders out there. Case, all the cases that I'm going to be talking about today, it's the same one. NZXT is a great brand, a very trusted brand, and they know what they're doing. So a $70 case from NZXT. We're going with the H510 ATX mid tower case, which just means it's a medium size, and that is what we're going to fit all these parts and pieces into. Power supply, you're not using a whole bunch of wattage. That's what I like about PC Part Picker, is it shows you about your estimated wattage up here on the screen, and so about 289 watts, give or take. So you don't need a huge power supply, but what you do need is a power supply from a brand that you can trust, and that is EVGA. That is a well-known brand. This is a 500 watt 80 plus bronze, so you know that it is a quality power supply, and it's gonna do exactly what it needs to do, with even room to upgrade. Say if you wanted a little bit more on the storage side, or you wanted some RGBs or stuff like that to upgrade to, then there it is, plenty of power for this build. So you guys and gals saw our beginning build, our starter build at about $750, and it is a fantastic computer if I do say so myself. This one right here, just as fantastic, a little bit more on the higher tier specs, but also letting you know that it comes out at a little higher price. We're looking at close to about $1,000 for this build. Again, estimated wattage kind of goes up too, but this is a great middle of the road build for you, maybe a little bit more experienced gamers and streamers, or people who have been saving a little bit longer, have a little bit higher of a budget. This is the one I'd go with for that middle ground $1,000 build that seems like this good sweet spot, especially for you people who got your checks from the government this year. So CPU, again, AMD Ryzen 5. This is gonna be a 3600X 6-core processor, plenty of power, plenty of greatness in this chip. However, what is not in the box with this chip is a CPU cooler. That is why we had to add on an extra $45 cooler. This is probably the cheapest one that you would be able to get that runs at high RPMs in order to keep it cool. Plus, little RGB for you folks. Add a little bit of color to your case, make things a little bit more fun and interesting for you. Motherboard, we're going with the MSI, so trusted brand, B450. Again, the B450 motherboards are very common. They handle chipsets, especially the new Ryzen chipsets, very well, and this has the capability of being upgraded all the way up to a Ryzen 9. So no extra cost for upgrading this motherboard. It can handle the chipsets. Fantastic motherboard for the price. Memory, we're going with the same thing. Geforce Vulcan, 16 gigabyte, DDR4 3200 RAM. This is $65 for 16 gigabytes. Again, you don't really need to go too much past 16 gigabytes of memory unless you are really looking to get crazy stuff out of it, like you're making videos or you're multitasking to a crazy extent. This is what I would go with. Storage, we're saving a little bit more money on the build by sticking with the same 480 gigabytes of storage. Again, links are in the description, so edit the parts list to your choosing. You can add in some extra storage if you would like. It's just gonna make the cost go up a little bit more, maybe add a few more cords. So take that into consideration as well. Video card. This is the video card that I have been talking about and I've been seeing all over the place. This is Nvidia's cheapest RTX card. It has the capabilities of RTX, and for the price of $400, 2060 Super is what you want to get. And this is going to do great things for you. You're able to run at high FPS, and it's just buttery smooth. It's fantastic. It can handle any game you throw at it, even if you're not running the RTX on this graphics card. Case, same thing. NZXT's H510. It's just clean, just nice. It's pure, and it is a well-trusted brand. I wouldn't really stem out to multiple other brands unless you've heard of them before. And then lastly, the power supply. Since you are going to be using a little bit more wattage, and I want you to have the ability to upgrade to possibly maybe a better video card, maybe a better GPU, a better CPU, maybe a little bit more RGBs, give you some more room for storage, etc. I left you with a 700 watt EVGA power supply. This is plenty of power. Some people are like, oh, I need 1,000 watts, I need 850. No, 700 watts, plenty of wattage for your PC build, and will be for a very long time. So this is our $1,032 mark, so about $1,000 for this build. Perfect middle of the road build. This is what I would build if I had that check. So here you go, right here. Make it your own. Click on the link. Again, no issues or incompatibilities found, which is fantastic. Run with it, roll with it. Look up a YouTube video on how to build it. And I wish you happy streaming and gaming. We made it to our last and final build that I have here at the price point, as you can see, at about $1,500. Again, if you found anything in this video to be useful, or maybe you just like the information that came out of it, please remember to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell down below so you know when the next video goes live. Also, a reminder again that I do stream on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. That's twitch.tv/just_Zach. Link will be in the description below. We'd love to have you come ask questions, come get to know me, become our friend. We are the greatest Twitch fam on Twitch, I guarantee it. But either way, let's get into our build. This is the $1,500 build for you folks that are just looking to get a beastly computer for the price. So again, what can I say about Ryzen's? They are amazing. The Ryzen 7 3700X 8-core processor. This is plenty of beef that you can get for the price. Along with that, it does come with its own stock cooler. However, what I did for you folks is I added in an NZXT Kraken liquid cooler. This is gonna be so when you go on those crazy gaming rants, or you go on those crazy, video editing rants, or whatever you're going on, streaming and gaming for 24 hours, etc. This thing is gonna keep everything cool. It's gonna keep airflow really well. NZXT is a great brand to trust, and make sure you are looking up videos on how to install it if you do include this cooler in your build. You can take it off there. Again, comes with the stock fan and the Ryzen 7, so you can take off $130 from this build if you want, if you're not going to do anything crazy. Motherboard, looking at an MSI B450 Tomahawk. Again, same as the last build. Upgradability can go all the way to the Ryzen 9, new chipsets, and it's just a great motherboard. Very sought after, possibly lower price after the quarantine though. Memory. We are looking at the G.Skill Ripjaws, a very highly recommended RAM stick set, and we are going with 32 gigs of RAM of the 3600 DDR4. This is lots of speed, lots of power for your CPU to be cranking on, and you don't need any more than 32, I'm gonna tell you right now. Storage, we went with two types of storage. We went with a solid state drive, an M.2, and a 2 terabyte hard drive. So the M.2, just less wires, plugs right in to the motherboard, so takes up a little bit less space in the case, and it just looks pretty on there. And then plenty of storage overall in order to store everything that you could possibly need for you high tier gamers and streamers out there that have all the games in the world and maybe not enough space. Well, if you run out of space on this build, you deserve a medal. Video card. We're going again with an Nvidia Geforce RTX 2070 Super. Now, reminder, this might not be the price that you see online because graphics card has gone up. This is the most sought after high tier graphics card, especially for the price of $500. So make sure you're looking out there and trying to see and compare prices for this product. And some of you are like, Zach, well, guess what? I want a crazier graphics card. I hear my streamer has a 2080 Super, a 2080 Ti. I even hear some streamers and gamers have a Nvidia Titan. What do you say about that? Well, what I say about that is you're gonna be paying more for your graphics card than you will for your entire PC. Yeah, that's right. You can expect a 2080 Ti to be about $1,200. You can expect a Titan to be about $2,500. 2080 Super, you're probably looking about $800, but still heftier price tag. So if you want to move up to that, if you want to go past the $1,500 range, more power to you. I can just let you know that 2070 Super is going to be able to handle everything, handle it well, and just crush your gaming and streaming dreams. Again, we are using the NZXT case. You could switch it up if you want to. Maybe you're getting bored of the NZXT cases, but that's the one I'd go with. $70. You can't beat it. Power supply, same one as the last one. EVGA 700 watt, 80 plus bronze, $1,500 build in total. And this is a beastly computer, if I do say so myself. So that's it. Whether you're spending $750 or you're spending $1,500, you are getting great PCs for the price, and I hope you guys enjoy them. Seriously, come by my stream, ask me questions. We would love to build you the PC of your dreams. So I hope you guys, again, are all doing well and you're staying safe out there. I'm just Zach signing off. I'll see you guys later. Peace.